Hi, welcome back. So this is just a video going over a simple budgeting spreadsheet that I set up. I know a lot of people like to use Excel or use Google Sheets in order to do their budgets. Obviously, there's a lot of softwares and stuff out there as well that you can use, but I wanted to create a simple budgeting spreadsheet that you can use to start budgeting, to track your income, track your bills, track your expenses, and track your debt. So here, let's jump into the spreadsheet. I'll walk you guys through it, how I set the spreadsheet up, and how you guys can get access to it and use it. So let's start. All right, so here, the first category we have here is just the actual income that you have coming in. So any type of salary, any type of additional side hustles, or any additional income that you have come in. Now this is very simple. Like I said, I wanted to keep it simple. So I have several categories here. So I have the budgeted category and I have the actual income that you had come in. So this is budgeted, what you think or projected, and this is what actually comes in for the month. Also, I have here a formula here that's going to automatically track the difference. So whether you were above what you actually budgeted or whether you were below. So this is going to show here what you have available. So any item that has a little square here, it has a note here that says there's a formula contained. So you won't need to fill out those categories. So you could come in, you could just adjust the month here. So for starting in January, what I would do is, this is the actual template. So I would just use this as the monthly budget template. So in order to create one for the month of January, you just come down here and you could just click the little triangle here and click to duplicate here, and this will duplicate the template, and then we could just rename this here to January 2019. Ta-da, and we're good to go. So now we can start budgeting here. So jump into the salary section. So the way this works is, so say if you budgeted for salary one or paycheck one, say you had $1,200 come in that you wanted to budget. And like I said, the formula is going to calculate automatically, but say you worked a little overtime and you got a little extra this month. So you put in $1,500 that actually came in for that paycheck. So it'll show here that you were over $300. And if you're over, it's going to be green here. It's going to automatically go to color green. If you actually hit it right on target, it's just going to be blank here. It's just going to be even. And let's say you come in below the actual target that you projected. It's going to be red and it will have the negative amount here. Like I say, this is going to automatically calculate here. And all the sums will add up as well. So say we do the next month and let's say we come in a little bit over. It's going to add them up automatically here. Down below your total and how much is available for each all total incomes that come in for the month. So this is going to add that in for you automatically. So no need to create the formulas, reduplicate the formatting here. It's already set up on the spreadsheet. If you wanted to add an additional income here, if you wanted to add another category, I'll talk about later how to go in and add categories so you don't affect the formulas as well. So let's go down to the next category here. So this will be your actual bills. So your rent, mortgage. I just did a list of just normal expenses that I have, just various expenses that I've seen. Obviously, I have a few miscellaneous expenses here that I have. If you want to change the names or change the categories here, you can do that, or you can add some additional ones. So this is pretty much going to work the same way. So say you budgeted, I don't know, maybe $700 for your rent, and it actually came out to $700. So again, it's going to be zeroed out here, so it won't be anything. Let's say for your phone bill, you budgeted $80 and you went over a little bit on your data or something. So it'll show here, it'll calculate automatically again that you were under what you actually projected. So it's going to have that a negative amount there. Again, all the totals will sum up down here under total bills. You'll see for budgeted as well as actual, and then just the total of whether you were over and under for this specific category for the actual month. Now let's go to the next category. So this is going to be, I like to break mine up into monthly bills. So bills are going to be anything that you actually have to live and survive is going to fall under those categories. Your rent, your mortgage, phone, most definitely nowadays people need phones. So, groceries, water, gas, all your utilities, these are going to be things that you actually bills, things that you actually need. And then I have monthly expenses. So these are things that are important but not necessary. And again, so these categories, I have just some categories listed here just based off my specific budget and categories that I use. You could come in and change these up, just to change the names if this is going to be something different for you. Say you don't have a gym membership, but you have, I don't know, cycling or something that you do instead, or let's just say you do yoga instead. So you could just change the name there. It's that simple. Again, the categories are going to work the same. Let's just say for internet and cable, you budgeted $100 and it ended up being $110. So say it went over, or you budgeted and it ended up being less for the month. So again, the formula is going to calculate here. It's going to be the same format. It's going to be, if it's green in the green, that means you actually came in a little bit higher than what you projected. So you're good. So you save money in this category. And if it comes in red, that means you overspent in the actual category. Again, the totals are going to add up to total expenses down here at the bottom, and the over and under will add up down here as well for the month. Like I said, I wanted to keep this simple. Obviously, there's a lot of things that I could have done to this spreadsheet to make it very complex or add more, which I may do later. But the thing that I have with people that they have it's already a struggle starting out with budgeting. So I wanted to keep this as simple as possible. You come in, you can enter your budget for the month so you know what your numbers are, and enter your actuals and see how the month and get a good picture of how you're doing from month to month. Let's go down here. So I have a debt category here so you can track your debt. So say like for student loan 1, let's say you budgeted $220, but actual for the month, the bill is actually $200 that you're paying. So the way this category is going to work, so let's say you put in your interest rate here. So say the interest was 5%. Actually, you don't have to put the percent because I already have that formulated in there. Actually, I don't. Hold on. Put the 5% there. So just put that there, and then it's going to, you see this category here, interest paid, is going to automatically calculate the amount of interest that you pay each month. So you'll be able to see the interest paid, and you'll be able to see the debt paid. So how much went towards interest and how much went towards debt in these categories here. So you're going to have to, all these numbers here, you'll put in automatically all the way up until interest paid and debt paid. The interest paid and debt paid here, these numbers are going to calculate for you automatically. So say you started out, the starting balance on this loan was $2,500. And the ending balance of this loan here at the end of the month, once you made a payment, let's just say it was $23.10. So it'll show you here what you actually paid. So interest, you paid $10 went towards interest, and $190 went towards debt, dropping that amount down. So the cool thing is what you can do here from month to month as you enter in this information. You should just be able to copy the ending balance here category once you get that filled out over to the next month. So say you would copy it over to February's budget, just copy that over to February and start. That would be your starting balance for the next month. So you won't have to fill that in every single month. But the rest of these, you just go in and fill them in, what you're budgeting, what you're actually paying. We'll calculate the interest and then the where you're at each month, so you can get a good picture of your debt as well. I wanted to put all items on just one sheet, one page, where you can get a good picture of everything in one simple area. The next thing here is we're going to have savings. So any savings accounts that you have set up, any funds here, you can start putting this in your budget as well. So let's say you wanted to budget $100 a month for an emergency fund. Let's say this month you actually had something else come up, so you came a little short, but you were still able to save $75. So it will show here again. You'll fill in all these categories here. The end of balance month will go here, and then the variance, if you're all for under, it will show here. So what you have available. So let's just say for This category here, you budgeted 100, your actual you did was 75, and let's just say you ended up spending $25 from this category. It's going to calculate automatically. So what you have to do is here, you have to put in your starting balance. Let's say you already have $500 in here. So it's going to calculate these numbers here for you, the end of the month balance for you, and then the variance of what you have over, if you're increase for the month or if you want under for the month. It's going to automatically calculate that for you every single month. So again, when you're done here, you could just take this end of the month balance and take it over to your start of the month balance going into the next month. I wanted to put in here, typically I just do budget and actual, but I wanted to put a spending category in here as well. So if you spent from this, you can see and track that and see how it's going to affect your actual goal in real time for the actual month. So that is it. Again, all these categories are going to sum and add up for you here down in the totals. It's going to have all that information automatically. Again, I just wanted to create a simple spreadsheet here for you to use. Again, you'll come in here and you can just change the month to January. There you go. And then you could just get rid of these brackets here. I just have them there just because it was a template. Again, actually it's actually 2020, so let me update that. There you go. And this is just a simple spreadsheet where you can go and calculate your budget. If you wanted to, since it's Google Sheets, you can actually use this on your phone and use it offline as well. So you can keep, and as soon as you get back to the internet, it'll update on your sheet online as well. So if you wanted to track any purchases as you went during the month, you can do that as well. So I have this category set up here for you to be able to track that. So say today if we spent $30 and let's just say it was Chipotle, and then it'd just be whatever category. This would be eating out, and if you want to put any notes here, you can put that as well. But this is just a way for you to keep a real time of what categories you're spending for, if you want to just keep a tracker and be able to update your budget as well. Anyway, I wanted to create this simple budget. If you guys have questions or if you want to get access to it, there'll be a link down in the description for you to go and get this actual budget template that I created. It'll walk you through how to do it, a quick video on how to actually use the budgeting sheet. Or you could just create one yourself. If you want to go through and create your own formulas, use the same template, you could totally go create it yourself. But I wanted to give you guys the option to get access to this actual budget so you can get budgeting right away. Also, one last thing before I end the video, I want to show you guys how to add additional categories. So first, let me show you how to add another month. So we go through here, we just click on duplicate, and we could just move this over here. Let's just rename this here to February 2020, and then that will be this will be our sheet for February. So again, you could just do this for the whole year. You could do it month to month, or you could just come in and just do it all at the start of the year and just build out your year completely. Totally up to you with how you want to do it. But let me show you how to add a new category so you don't affect the formula. So the best thing to do here to add a new category is just click on any category and just click insert above, because you want to insert it above a category, not below. That way it will bring over the formulas. So let's just call this, we'll just call it miscellaneous. And then let's just add this in here. Let's just say we had $100 that we budgeted and we actually did 200 for it. So you see here, this formula here didn't actually pull over, but the actual totals did. So in order to get the formula to come over, just copy this. You can hit Command C or Control C, or just right click it and hit copy, and then you just paste it there, and then that will pull that formula down. That's the easy way to do it. Or you can just come here and just highlight the square and click this corner here, drag it down. That will pull over the formula as well. Like I said, these formulas here will total automatically, but this section here, this formula, you could just do Command C to pull it down, or you could just pull the little corner here and then drag it down, and that will copy that exact formula. And then that's going to be, again, any sections that contain formulas. You'll see the little black triangle here in the corner, or you can just hover over it and it will say it contains the formula, just so you know with those categories. And then that's pretty much it. So you don't have to reduplicate and enter in the formatting and everything for the formulas. It'll just be there for you. Anyway, like I said, the sheet is down below if you want to get access to it, or you could totally create a copy of this yourself if you want to go through the time to set up my spreadsheet as well. So anyway, if you guys have any questions or comments or any additional things you'd like to see added onto this sheet, just let me know. Drop them in the comments below, and I'll probably be doing some enhancements to later versions as well. Have a good day.